Hello, golfers. Yes, the moment of truth, impact. So, is there an impact position? And I would say not exactly. Now, you could still frame your impact position, and I'll tell you what. Depending on ball position, depending on your camera angle, you might get 3 or 4 different impact positions. However, there is a standard impact position that all the best players get to, and that is actually making the divot on the front side part of the ball. And most people or most golfers struggle with hitting the ground before the ball. Now, this is a couple maybe just for the fact of they're trying to help the ball in the air, or they're trying to lean back and try to scoop the ball in the air, or they don't quite understand the loft characteristics of a golf club and how that works. But our goal is to put pressure into the back of the ball, and I would say that the majority of golfers end up, kind of side swiping the ball and kind of looking like where their weight goes back and the handle actually goes backwards. So every golf club is designed, if you can see this here, with the shaft in front of the head. Okay, so this is meant. Designers and engineers do this on purpose because it's meant to have a lever system here. And the shaft in front of the head is basically, if I set up to the golf ball, the shaft in front of the head puts the grip just in front of the golf ball. So to hit the ball really far, the shaft has to be leaning in front of the golf ball at impact, okay? There's some things that can help you with that. Number one is the weight needs to be forward onto your front foot. That's a huge misconception of a lot of people, is they think the weight needs to be back and try to help it up. So the weight needs to be forward and the handle needs to be forward of the golf ball. Now, there's people that turn their hips a lot that can do that. There's people that turn their hips a little bit and can do that. But the idea is never to get into impact where the handle's behind the ball and the club head's in front of the handle. And I see this all the time on the lesson tee. So the drill would be, if I hold the club up in front of me here, is that I want to preset that forward, and we can make little swings where we get into an impact position. Our weight's forward, maybe our hips are slightly open, and then from here we're just going to take a little bit of a kind of a chip swing, and we're going to hit the ball. And you can see now, if I turn forward this way or forward this way, that shaft's in front of the ball. And so that's very important to hit the ball solid, okay? And another drill would be that I really like too, is a bonus drill here, is when I swing the golf club, it's a motion. It's from the top of my swing back through the ball. It's a motion. So I can't think about leaning the shaft forward too much, because what's going to happen is then I start to dig in the ground and my weight stays back. So I love the feeling of taking the golf club. If I'm facing the camera here, I've got the club face, my hands are about hip height, club face is facing the target, or face the camera. And then from here, I'm just going to move the club back over to this side where the club face is facing away from the camera, and you see the back of the club head there. So we're going to go back of the front of the club face, back of the club head, and that's also going to help with our impact position. Okay, so we had 2 good shots there. 2 ways to practice your impact that's going to help you hit better shots. But again, remember, the number one key in golf is the bottom of the swing, hitting the ball first before the turf. So we want ball, then turf, and that's going to help you hit the ball farther, higher, and shoot lower scores. So if you really enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this video out with your friends on Facebook and all social media. I really love teaching this game, so go ahead and send in any questions or comments, and I will be sure to get back to you. Thanks again for watching.